Okay. Yes, we are live. All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. I know it was a little, I did say an hour-ish when I posted it. So luckily, um, my name is Sheila Corona. I am here with Krystle Hemphill, and today is Sunday, August the 17th, and we are going to do an intuitive hangout session. Yes, there it came up that we're live now. I can see it. And so I'm going to go over here and grab this and put it into the show notes and do a little. I should be able to. Oh, you know what? No, I'm listed, aren't I, as a moderator for that site?
Yeah, should be.
Okay, there. Okay. It's because it wouldn't show me. There we go. So I put in the comments and I'm going to pin it to the top how it is that you can participate. And I also want to share this around. So in order to, you'll have to let us know that you want to participate. I'm going to write your name down on a list. So as your name is called, we'll both read for you. So we'll give everybody a little bit to come in. And I want to share with everyone that part of the reason we're longer than an hour, much longer, I'm afraid. I think it's been like 2 hours since I made that post, is that I asked Krystle to do a reading for me. And I also asked her, I told her I was going to record it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to share it or not, but I was nudged to record it anyway. And I do believe that I am going to go ahead and share that, and I'm going to do so after we are complete here. So, because Krystle, I just wanted to be very clear with everyone. You've been so helpful, you and Lisa, and well, actually, there's been a lot of folks that have been helpful to me along my journey, which is why I feel, compelled to continue because, and I know that there's folks out there who feel very alone in their journey.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also why I feel compelled to keep doing this, because I don't want anybody to feel the kind of feelings inside of them that I sometimes get with my own self. Yeah. And that's another reason why I tell folks, if you feel drawn to me, there's a reason. And I might be able to assist you, I might not be able to. You just never know. But a long time ago when I first started this, there was someone that would use the terminology, we are just walking each other home. And that home is inside of us, each one of us. The being all one and yet singular, for me, is very real. And so, welcome, Ravens Chorus. I love your name. I still haven't been able to get down to see you, Krystle, but Krystle created, and we're going to show some of that today too. Krystle is quite the artist, and she has items up for sale that part of this I want everybody to know that Krystle had, when was the surgery again? What date was it?
May 19th.
On May 19th, and she's been out of her job since then. She just learned the other day that they've put her out off work still because her job won't let her come back with any restrictions whatsoever. So she cannot work right now. And so, we're not charging for any of this. This is to let folks know what is available. And Krystle has on the site, she's got a sliding scale of if you can contribute. And also, she has some beautiful items that she's created that are up for sale if you needed a gift for someone. And so that's what this is all about today is, it's my version of a yard sale, I guess you would call it, or a love offering type of situation. So that's why you see the paypal.me/journey into it at the top of the page, should you feel so led. And so that, but it's not a requirement to participate in today. And so if you feel that you would like to experience a card pull from one of us or both of us, that's generally how we do it when we've done it. We've done this before.
Yeah. Yep.
Just say, I would like a card, please. And for me, I'd like for everybody to realize that I intentionally ask myself to step into your field so that I can feel you, and then I give what I get. Sometimes I can feel things in my own body that are symbolic to me. And I haven't done this in a while either, Krystle, just to let you know. Maybe I should have tried doing some for you first because I haven't done this in a while.
Well, go for it.
Are you serious? You want me to? Nobody's asked for a card yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. Now I know this has got to be you because the very moment I stepped in, I felt and heard a little crick in my neck. Now, I have issues in my neck too, but this was the moment I stepped into your field and I actually heard it. So that's interesting. And I also felt a pressure at the top of my head. Not a not, like oppressingly, but a pressure there. And I'm having some pulsating on the left side of my temple there a little bit. And that's kind of new. I've never experienced that, so I'm not quite sure. And I want to rock, but I think I might have been doing that a little earlier today too. Usually when I rock, it's showing me that there's something new initiating in your field. And that's kind of unfair because I am aware that you are testing this theory of yours. And so that to me would count as something new. Yeah, I have some really interesting sensations running up and down the back of my from like the back of my head here down, I would say 3/4 of the way down my spine.
Yeah.
And I know that's where you had your surgery. So But now the interesting thing for me there is that, especially with that crick, I feel as though, I mean, that audible pop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling as though that there a coming into alignment, and that could mean a lot of different things, but I know that since you are working with that repatterning, I'm wondering if that's a part of that, why I'm feeling it in that way, because I actually behind my closed eyes, I was seeing it as light and feeling it as a pulse.
Mm-hmm. So that's exactly how it feels. I feel like it's sitting here in this chair right now. I'm in the middle of what people would term like a download. So I can literally see like the tube of light, and I can see like feel the vibrations of it coming in and the pulsating. It's very bright.
Yeah, it was
So,
it was
I don't
behind
fully
my
know myself, like, oh, yeah, that's what's happening. But I do know that something is occurring as I see here right now.
Oh, that's really interesting because it was pretty bright, and it is white light what I was
Mm-hmm.
seeing.
Yep.
And I feel as though the shaman's dream oracle wants to come out for you, which is one of my newer decks. So now, still and yet, nobody's said anything about wanting a card. So are we all just going to sit around and wait for each other to?
No, we're going to show off some of the items that I have.
All right. I love that. Thank you very much. I love that.
It'd probably be best to do that anyways, in case someone watches the replay.
That's
And
true.
so,
That's true. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. So after we pull this, we'll do that. And in the meantime, though, if you do, like I said, it's not a requirement. Nobody's asking for you to pay to have a card pulled for you. That's not what this is. Ooh, these two came flying out. Raven's chorus said, I'm just a bit nervous. Okay, sweetie. Well, you
me
can.
too. It's been so long.
Well,
I'm not going to lie and say, oh, the nerves aren't here. Of course,
well,
they're
I was gonna say you was smack on for me, honey. So I wouldn't be too worried about anything.
yeah. It's not worry. It's just,
Oh wow.
anytime the thought of going live, there's a
Oh yeah.
exciting, but also, I don't know, it's the unknown. We're
Well,
human. That unknown territory is always a little,
that's true. The more I do this, all of this, I understand more and more my life as a young person that was so overweight and always having eyes on me. I'm so used to people looking at me and having a judgment about what they were seeing, that the only way I could live my life was to say, okay, well, whatever. I deserve to be standing here just as much as you do. So what you gonna say? You know what I
yeah.
mean? And I see the beauty in that now. It didn't make it any more comfortable to go through, but I totally get why I set that up. So these two cards that came out, oh my gosh. Um,
I feel like this is like a collective too.
right? No, it is, because I'm telling you, this first card, I definitely see, um, well, and I've always said this, if I'm reading for someone, there's something in it for me and you.
Right.
Otherwise there wouldn't be that connection, because we are all one and yet singular. The only thing that separates us is the vessels we're in and the time we've spent in them. to be honest with you, which gives us an entirely different perspective on creation as a whole, which is the whole point of existence, in my view, at any rate. It's the only way I can make sense of reality at this point. So what came out for you was card number 58, the vanishing mirror, which this is a 4, right? Isn't that a 4 numerologically? 5 plus 8. Yeah. Or no? Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
13,
Math.
4.
That's okay. So that's what I thought. Ego sublimation, letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. Now, I mean, that speaks to what you were just sharing with me about your theory that you're testing out.
Mhm.
Do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too
Mhm.
fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of, quote, safe versus unsafe? This is too risky. No, this here is okay, but this over here, well, that just might be too risky. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. We are all products of our conditioning. So remember that this is part of the human experience. Yet you are not meant to remain static, seeking only what you expect. Even if it appears ambitious, it is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you
Oh,
focus,
my.
right? When you focus too much on yourself this way, you become a servant of the ego. It,
Mhm.
quote, edges God out, end quote, removing the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let your self definition soften, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magical emptiness exists.
That's
That's
so what I've been
exactly
doing.
what you just,
That's
I know.
incredible.
I'm really glad that I had decided to publish that video once this is over. It's definitely going out. And Braven, you're here now and you're hearing this. I would love for you to listen to that reading that Krystle did for me. You'll see the synchronicities that we're speaking on
Mhm.
here. Um, the magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co creation. Oh my word, Krystle! Oh, a partner in co creation in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good?
Mhm.
Ah, oh, how lovely. Oh my gosh, that's a perfect card.
It
And
really
then
is.
and then also the other thing that came flying out, and they came out from two different parts of the deck as I was shuffling. This one's card number 47, which is a 1 numerologically. No, that's an 11. That's an 11, so it's a master number.
What
And
I am. Number 11.
yep, that is in your numerology, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
That's
my
what I
lifetime
thought.
number.
You and Lisa both have that in your numerology. Sky bridge, possibility for union.
It's another thing I was
Possibility,
talking about.
yeah, possibility for union. What needs to be connected or disconnected? You stand before a seemingly unbreachable abyss, and there is no possibility of retreat. But this applies to us both for real, man. And that's why I said about listening to the reading you did for me. The path behind you is no longer a viable option. You have to act soon, though, or you run the risk of being stuck at the edge of the cliff. Oh, wow. I was just flashed my experience at the top of the bridge that I went over the side of. This huge bridge that spans the it's the Pensacola Beach Bridge. It goes from Gulf Breeze over to Pensacola Beach. And
Okay.
I was young and pretty stupid and went over the side of that bridge and climbed down to fish on the pylons beneath. And on the way back up, it was dusk. And I'm being flashed this right now, so I don't know why, but I'm going to just quickly say I got to the top. The wind had picked up at this point, and I was felt like I was being pulled off the bridge, off the ladder, because at a certain point you're just open air. There's the bridge isn't there, and you haven't gotten down to a platform that'll go around and then down and then around and then down. This is a very long straight up. And my boyfriend was on the ladder underneath of me, and he had fishing poles in one hand and a cooler in the other hand. And his friend had already gotten to the top. And I saw his friend pole vault himself over. Now, keep in mind, the bottom step of the bridge was here. The top of the bridge was like up this far, and there was this big gap in between them. And then, of course, the bridge is about 3 feet thick, and cars at that it's a 55-mile-per-hour bridge. So they're coming at a good clip, and it's dusk, and they got their lights on. And I got stuck. I threw one leg over because I was not going to pole vault like he did, because I saw myself going splat in the road. I thought I went all the way down and all the way back up only to get hit by a car. So I threw my leg over, and I was petrified. I couldn't make another move. And my boyfriend at the beneath me, he says, "David, grab her, pull her off. She's scared. She's not moving." And because he was like, I told you the wind was picking up, it was about to take him right off. That bridge is high enough to allow aircraft carriers to go underneath.
Wow.
And so that's how high up it was, because Pensacola is home to the Naval Air Rework Facility. And that's where, they go out to sea from there. Mm-hmm. Possibility for union, what needs to be connected or disconnected. You stand before a seemingly unbreachable abyss, and there is no possibility of retreat. The path behind you is no longer a viable option. You have to act soon, though, or you run the risk of being stuck at the edge of the cliff. Life has brought you to this moment to offer you as yet undreamt of possibilities. But you must no longer postpone what you know to be inevitable. And yes, you are allowed a breath or two before the leap. So take a bit of time to yourself, get away for a day or two of contemplation, or even for just a few minutes, walk to clear your head. Muster your courage so that you may cross the sky bridge. Sky bridge appears when the moment is absolutely right for a quantum leap. Life believes you are ready, even if you do not agree. Remember not to confuse your true state of readiness with your plans and preparation. Respond with a determined yes. Let the universe take care of the details. You need only hold on to your positive affirmation, and all the way will become obvious as you take flight and clear the abyss.
That's perfect.
That's wow.
Oh.
Well, thank you for letting me read for you while we.
Yeah, for sure. That card was perfect though, because I am standing right here and about to get ready to leap off.
No, you really are. I see that. So, well, actually, for me as well, that's why I said this was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
For both of us. There's an awful lot of what I would call extra dimensional beings hanging around both sides of that bridge as well. To me, in the artwork. Wow. I love this newer deck that I got.
It made me think of like different versions of oneself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, well, we still don't have any takers, so you wanna start showing some of now
Well, first I want to show off my wheel that I created because she's a beauty.
I'm gonna I don't know how I can make it bigger to just show that. I wish there was a way because I can put it on speaker view, but that wouldn't help.
Yeah, it just popped me on there. But yeah, you can see it though. So this was handcrafted by me, hand painted and everything, all the details in the picture. You have the little planets and their houses. So these are custom made. So, if you would like something like this made for you, I made you one.
Yes, you did. You did. I should have grabbed it. But I do, yeah, I have one too because I commissioned you to do one for me.
I actually think there's a short on our channel of me painting and creating yours. I think
really?
there is.
Okay.
So y'all go check that out. But if you would like one custom made, then you guys can always reach out to me. We can bounce ideas off. I don't have any of the wheels in stock. That is something that I would have to find. But yeah, we can chit chat about what you like, or I can absolutely channel the artwork. That's what I did with yours.
Yes. And it's perfect for me too, by the way, just saying.
I think so. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So that's the first thing. I am very artsy. I create all kinds of stuff. So, okay.
I'm making myself a note to include in the show more section a link to that short that you just were sharing about so that you can click on it and go see what it is she's speaking of.
I wonder if they look better right here. Okay, so these are some trays, some incense trays, or when I was making some of these, I was thinking of like to go altar spaces. If you travel a lot, you want to take your altar spaces with you. Each of them, not all of them, some are candle holders, but some are incense. So like this one has the little vase right here that you would put an incense in, and then you got your rose quartz. Definitely channeled with intention of like helping someone assist in that self-love, embodying that. I would say like that Aphrodite, Venus type of energy going on in this one. Perfect decor. You can't, it's not picking up on camera, but most of them have a shimmer in the paint. I used a dual tone paint. So this one has some pink sparkle shimmer on top of that white. And so all of these that I'm going to show, I think they all should be on the website. If you go to our website at
Knewlightstreaming.love.
knewlightstreaming.love, then go to the tab where it says Untamed Charm. All of these trays will be on there, I think. And if you see one that you like and it's not, then just go ahead and email us. Or you can email journeyintoit@gmail.com. Yeah. So there's that one. Here's another one that I had in mind of, self-love. And this one has a beautiful two-tone paint on it.
Love that.
too.
They all have a bit of that shimmer, don't they?
Most of them do, yeah. But this one, it kind of shimmers like a blue and a purple on top of a mauve. So it's super unique. I love it. And you have a smoky quartz, a nice smoky quartz right there. Then, of course, you got the mirror. So I was kind of thinking like someone that is wanting to look deeper within themselves to really, truly, see their self-worth, know what they're worthy of. It kind of works with that energy. And then you have to where you can put a cone incense right here. So, and then some rose petals. That's so pretty.
I would love to share my experience with the mirror because this is where that one right there would really come in handy with somebody. That is when I first started hanging out with you and Lisa and doing this kind of work for myself. I couldn't even look. It took me a while to be able to look at my own eyes in the mirror and tell me that I loved me. And that's what I know. Just looking at myself in the mirror, in the eyes, was not an easy task at first. And so spending time with oneself, that's what I see that mirror as, that you have just shared there, as could be for someone that hasn't ever done that. Because in truth, I know for myself, if I don't love me, how in the world do I expect anybody else to? I mean, that's the truth of it right there.
Yeah. I mean, that's such an important journey on its own, self-love.
Exactly. And it plays into everything.
Everything. Yes, absolutely.
Everything.
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here, I've been using it a lot actually lately, doing little charm readings on another channel that I have on TikTok. So I've been placing like the charms right here. And the camera does not do this one justice. The swirls in the little river here, it's beautiful, guys.
No, you're right. The camera doesn't do that one justice. I've seen that one in person.
In the green right here, it's not going to show up, but it does have that a little dose of shimmer. It's definitely not overwhelming, not taken away from that water scene. And then this is very unique, the tray in itself. And then you have a little lotus here for the incense, would go right here if you want to use it as an incense tray. And then you have soda light and adventuring on here. So when I was creating this one, I think this was actually one of my first pieces. It might have been like the second that I done. I definitely had that, creating peace, cultivating peace within your environment when you use this tray or bring it into your environment. So I love this one. Actually, like I said, I have this one. This is one of the only trays that actually sits out right here and sits beside this beauty right here. Because like I said, I have been using it using the tray right here. But it is up for grabs, and this one is definitely on the website under the Untamed Charms tab. And then I'll show a couple of small ones. Has anybody asked for a reading or anything?
Still waiting for somebody to ask for a card.
Maybe this show is meant to be let's show off some stuff. I don't know.
It may be. It may actually be. I always thought that there wasn't any reason we couldn't do a sale for you like this. I see
Yeah.
people all the time doing it on Facebook,
Yeah.
for their little boutique or whatever. And, these are things so everybody understands that Krystle had planned on taking to festivals and things like that there, locally, before the accident caused her to have to have this secondary surgery now that she's had to have. So that's what these are. They were meant to be sold at a couple of different festivals that she was meant to go to and participate in. And so, the universe had other plans.
Yep.
And so in the effort to, being a single mom, and when you can't work because you're being put out of work by the doctor, well, there are other ways to bring in to be able, and this is one of the ones that we're choosing to investigate for you.
Yeah, there's definitely other avenues available,
Right.
And I feel like this is really and truly what it is. It's lining me up for something else that's more in what I want to experience. It's in line with what I want to experience. So here's some other pieces. These are small trays. This one right here is the very first one that I created. So this was the inspiration for all the others that came after it.
I love that.
So we have the moss, the beautiful water scene with the lotus, soda light right here. I was gravitating towards the soda light, that peaceful and calming aspect. So you put your incense right there in the lotus. So cute. And I think we have some rose petals mixed in this one. I love the moss. Like, I feel like that just sets it off. It's so beautiful.
Well, it has a very serene feel to it. That's what I
Yeah,
like about that one.
it does.
The moss says serene to me. It always has.
We have this one. Now, this one would be the cone incense. And I do have a lid that goes on this. It's just probably down in the box. But I know I do have all the lids to everyone that has like this. So you would take the lid off and you would put the cone incense right here. You have a little serpent with pyrite, I believe. And then some lavender specks. Now, this is a unique blend that I created myself of paint, kind of matching that mauve tone. Then it also has that dual tone purple and blue shimmer to it. So, and I will say too, like, all of the pieces obviously are hand created. So this isn't coming off of a line and coming from a robot or anything. So each piece does have, little imperfections, gives it personality.
Right.
So, each piece is unique in its own way. Like,
Right.
okay, I try to point these out. We have a little tiny scuff right there, but does not affect the intention and the love that's put into these things.
No,
So
not at all.
she's up on the website as well. Should be. If you're into dragons, I do have a lot of dragon stuff. I don't know where that other one is, but the cave one is coming to mind. I literally put the little rocks, the crystal quartz right here to look like a cave. Well, I think it's down in that box, but it's up on the website and it's really neat. So this one, you put your incense right here. You have some, not obsidian. What is this stone called? It's a
Is it
protection type
is
of
it
stone.
jet,
Uh, oh my God, it wants to come to my mouth. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
smoky quartz, or jet?
Uh-uh. It
Hmm.
starts with a T, I think. Tourmaline.
Oh, tourmaline, black tourmaline.
And then we have the dragon here with some beautiful red designs, and then I hand painted the fire. So that one should be up on the website as well.
I
And
guess because
then
Raven is here, Raven's chorus is here. I keep being shown mine that you have there still.
so beautiful. So beautiful. I don't have any more of those for sale, but those
Um,
were my top tier favorites.
I know, me too. That's why. And is mine is still up on the site showing as sold though, isn't it?
Sold. Yeah, and sold
Yeah.
sold. I can show mine, but yeah, it's not for sale. That's my baby. Um, if you like dragons again, we have an amethyst dragon head right here with the cute little vase. I love those little vase ones that the incense goes into. Then you have a little miniature offering tray here if you're into that kind of thing, or you could put, a candle, a tea light candle right here. And then we have an amethyst crystal right here, and then a couple of little amethyst right here, and then some lavender in the mix. And this one is dual toned as well and has that shimmer with that unique paint. It's kind of more of that mauve color. Well, no, it's a little bit deeper than
Little deep.
that. More of a purple,
Yeah.
I would say. Yep.
Yeah, that's the only thing about the cameras is it doesn't do any of these justice.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I have on there that color may vary from screen to screen,
Yeah,
but
you did say that. I looked at that too.
I think the pictures do a pretty good job of capturing the actual colors. But
Yeah, I'm
again,
gonna
once you
pull
get
that
it in
up.
purpose,
I'm gonna pull that up and share my screen once you're are you gonna take a
okay,
break from showing things or you have something else to
yeah,
show?
go ahead. I have
Okay,
this one,
I'm gonna
and yeah,
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, show you guys um where you can find these at New Light Streaming Love. Let me move this out of the way because I don't need to see me. Okay, so you just go here to Untamed Charm. When you go to New Light Streaming Love, this is our website, KNEWLIGHT streaming.love. And I got to tell you, that was the coolest thing ever was to find out that we could have a website .love instead of .com. And
mhm.
right. And so you just click on Untamed Charm. And okay, yes, Raven has gathered her courage. So she's going to be first on our list
Okay.
as soon as I show this. And you just scroll down here and you can see, and these pictures are a lot better to look
Yeah.
at as to what she's trying to show you here. And can you click on them individually, Krystle? I just
So
on that one, but
was that on the home page or is that
no,
on the Untamed Charm? Okay.
this is on
Yeah,
Untamed Charm.
I'm not sure. Try
Yeah,
to,
I just clicked on it and it didn't come up, so I don't guess
yeah.
it does. But here you'll see the prices, and I wanted to show. I'm just because I know the one that you have. I love this one too. Um, wanted to scroll down here really quick and show you guys the Raven because it is sold. but this one is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love this one. Um, and again, these pictures don't do these things justice, even though these are much better pictures than what the camera is picking up,
Yeah.
live.
Yeah. At least you
But
can see some of the little intricate details that's in them.
exactly. You see, she even has some of these too. You still have some of these, right?
The rose one sold, the pink one. The dragon is still available.
This dragon. I was speaking like, how about this moon and star one
Yeah,
here?
the moon and stars sold on the pink.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I gotcha. The one that's called Love Offering, but Amplifier shows as still
Yeah,
available.
it's got some nice tourmaline and I think a smoky quartz on it. Very, very big piece.
Yeah, so do go to the website and look around. There is quite a bit to see actually on the website. I'm going to show y'all one other place that I really would love for you to go and check out, and that is um, when you click on Journey into It and Beyond. Here is where you will find all that Krystle has to offer and links to them. And she has a little story about herself here that you could read. Krystle also has a blog here that I'll show you. It's on the home page. Now, she's not doing Beyond Quantum Healing sessions right now. I'm doing all of those right now for her. So if you want a Beyond Quantum Healing session, you could reach out to me at ConsciousConversationCentral@gmail.com, and we'll talk about that. And the exchange would go to Krystle. But we can do that. Same thing with shadow work. I don't think you're doing that really right now, are you?
It's open.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tarot readings are open. I know
And I
that
have a slide and pay scale on tarot readings,
right,
guys.
and that's right down here,
Yeah.
right? This is just a very quick look at it, but you've got
Yeah.
on the home page, you've got an explanation of all of these as well.
Yeah.
Um, that you can see. I wanted to call this to people's attention too, because this is some of my absolute favorite stuff right here. Light language t-shirts. Krystle channels light language as well. And by clicking here, you can see all the light language that t-shirts that she has available. And there are quite a few. There we go. The designs are phenomenal. I own one of these myself that I've had now for a couple of years, and they hold up really well. I am not really a t-shirt person, but I purchased the unisex V-neck, and I gotta
Yeah.
say,
Those are my favorite too.
I adore that t-shirt. I wear it all the time. And
Mhm.
so there's quite a few different styles to choose from. I love this old soul one too. That's a newer one. Um, but there are quite a
That's
few.
my favorite right there. The healer. That
Oh,
artwork is just
this
so
this one,
fire. Yeah. Yep.
yes. No, I love that one too. So, and there's lots of different things that you can get any one of these shirts on. So, just
Mhm.
because the healer is pictured on this hoodie does not mean you can't get it on a t-shirt, right? Right?
Yeah, there's
Crystal?
different yeah. There's
Right.
different cuts, fabrics. There's all kind of options on there, different colors you can choose.
Yes, a lot. My shirt is purple, but you can get it in all the colors that are available, all the different styles that are available. This is why I wanted to point this out. Lisa purchased this one right here, and
Yep.
she just loves it.
Yep.
This is another one of my favorite ones right here. I love these and I love pointing them out to people. Because is this the one? No, that's not the one. Mine
Ooh,
was the
I'm
dragon
a,
shield, I think.
I'm gonna have to create us a new light streaming love one. Haven't taken my
Yes.
journey into it.
Oh, yes, you absolutely do.
Mhm.
Is this the one? No, that's not the one I have either. It
I
has the
have that one.
beautiful dragon on it, but
I
yeah,
think you passed it.
so go to knewlightstreaminglove and just look around and there's a lot to offer there. As soon as I quit procrastinating, I too am supposed to start a blog. I I I talk too much and instead of write, and but Krystle writes so beautifully, and um you know
Well,
I didn't even realize that you had gone back to blogging until I found the alchemy of the karmic alchemy of the alchemy of the karmic empath, and
Are you
that
gonna um are you gonna post on our blog on the website?
I would like to. Yes, I mean it
Yeah.
will probably go to the Conscious Conversation Central one, but I think there's a way to link them.
Yeah, there's
So
a so it would show up in our blog, but it'll say that you wrote it, and there's also a way I'll show you later how to tag like your Conscious Conversation Central page. So,
okay,
it'll be in its own little category. So,
right, okay, that's lovely. That's what I was hoping to do.
mhm.
Okay, so Raven's Chorus did say that she would like to have a card. And of course, we don't have any other, no one else has uh, decided that they're brave enough. I don't know what the deal is today. We got 6 folks watching, but nobody's taken us up on it.
Well, that's okay. Y'all just hang out with us, and
Yep.
sometimes people need to just observe and be in the space and see how they feel, and you come back, and then next time you might want to get a reading next time. We're glad to have you
Yeah.
here either way it goes.
Well, if it's all right. Oh, yes, Charlotte, you certainly may have a card. You can go next right after Raven. Okay, so Raven, I'm going to step into oh, and Lisa Rush would like a card too.
Hey, Lisa.
I'm so glad that you could join us, Lisa. Okay, so I'm going to, wow, the minute I said now and when I intended to step into your field, Raven, I took a very deep breath, which is something I haven't been doing of late. So I don't know why I felt to point that out to you, but I did.
I feel like the sun is beaming on my back, like a very intense, warm energy,
Mm.
my back and shoulders. It's almost like this desire to want to turn around and face the sun, to like bask in the sun.
Yeah, and I found myself wanting to lift my head up towards it. So that's kind of interesting that you.
It feels like a very like, have you ever connected with the sun in that way? And like, it's just a very empowering type of feel. Like, you know, you, your chest kind of widens, and you just, I don't know, it's a type of feeling, like almost like a freedom type of feel as
Mhm.
well. It's almost like preparation before some sort of like movement forward, to very empowering, like empowering oneself with that energy.
No, you're so right. I actually have felt every time I go to intentionally be in the sun, I always remove my glasses and I just close my eyes and look up directly into it behind my eyes are closed. So, but I know that connection you speak on very well.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt when I started feeling to raise my head up, Raven, I also was feeling sort of a pull to my left, and I don't know why, up and to the left. I really don't know why. There was it, and I'm being reminded of the time that it was very persistent during a live intuitive session hangout session that I did on my own, where the gentleman I was connecting with, it turned out, was lying on his left side. So I don't know if there's something going on with the left side, if there's something to the left or that's got your attention or whatever, but it's this up and to the left feeling, which actually would cause my face then to be pointed to the right some, which is very interesting because I was just now noting that as well. But what does that mean? And see, as I asked that, I wanted to rock a little. Usually when I rock, it's because there's something initiating or the desire for something new to initiate. Hmm. I'm not getting anything else. Those are the only impressions I was getting as I'm standing in your field, Raven. So what deck wants to come? Actually getting two decks.
I'm gonna go ahead and show the two cards that I got for you,
Yeah,
Raven.
go right ahead.
Got that Ace of Cups. And this card says, do you feel that in your heart? That is potential, dear. And it really made me feel like that empowering feeling as connecting to that light energy, whether that is something that you truly do, like bask in the sun in preparation for something, hyping yourself up, giving yourself a power talk, whatever that may be. The Six of Pentacles comes in as well, and it says, every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. I really feel like there's something here about the more you give, it multiplies when returned. But sometimes that giving can be given to self as well. Like I said, motivation, um, hyping yourself up with your worth, your self esteem, really basking in your own light, connecting to that energy within you. The more that you do that, the more you are opening the heart to see your true potential, the more that you are multiplying that alignment, that frequency with that. Feels like a very expansive type of feel. You tuning in and tapping into your power. It's almost like I want to stand in a Superman pose. I'm getting prepped for something, and I can feel the palpitation of the energy and the light beams. It just feels really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. It turns out that two cards came out from the Journey of Love deck, and the Surrender deck wanted to be a part of this as well. And I said, right before, just as you were saying, being prepped for something, right? And this card came out, Surrender to Success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Which, like I said, I was feeling that rocking, and what that normally indicates for me is an initiation, an initiatory, a beginning of something new. And that really goes along with what you were saying there about the preparatory To me, it does. And there's a part of you that knows this already, because the card that came out from the Journey of Love book was knowing without knowing. Card number 41, that's a 5 numerologically. 5s for me are all about change. All about change. And this card says sometimes the heart knows in a way that the concrete mind and memory cannot. We feel something that we cannot quite express. Perhaps others are quick to dismiss it as meaningless whimsy or irrationality. Yet the feeling beyond the mind's capacity to fully perceive is the ancient truth of your greater self reaching through time and space to connect with you. Like a phone line extending from a more ancient place in the world, you can hear it crackle, perhaps not the clearest reception, yet you can also sense the love traveling along that telephone line. The things that you feel and do and that you do not that do not appear to make sense are the things to trust most now. You are being guided by a force greater than your own mind. An ancient divine brilliance is reaching to you, communicating with you. You may not hear or understand it with clarity as yet, but you can feel it. Trust what you feel. This oracle speaks to you of the opening up of your higher mind, of the part of your intelligence that can dialogue directly with the forces of divine guidance and creation. These forces use symbols, abstract communications through dreams and visions, through impulses that circumvent your conscious mind and have words streaming out of your mouth or flowing through your mind that you have not created of your own volition. Someone speaks to you and you respond with words that you feel you are hearing for the first time as they pour out of your mouth. Whose words are these, you wonder? It is your ancient self that speaks. Trust the strange and mysterious at this time. It is another way, an ancient way of wisdom that you are tapping into now. Enjoy this new sacred connection unfolding. This oracle is also confirmation that you have relationships around you now and continuing to come to you that are from times long past, karmic connections that will take you further on your journey of love. I have been here before. Aromas open the doors. I walk through knowing. Wow. Did you get anything on that one, Krystle? Anything additional?
No.
Second card that came out from this deck was Heaven. And I feel not just an interdimensionality, but a connectedness here that speaks to what was just said, because there are beings that are showing up in these other rings here.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Right? You are meant to live heaven now, not later. Sometime after you, not later, sometime after you die. What use is this life and body if not to live heaven now? Look for the mad divine genius in all that is, especially the puzzling parts of your life that make you scratch your head or tear at your hair or scrunch up your face and scream with frustration. We can all relate to that sometimes, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the places in which the divine is saying, here, heaven is hiding. Let's unveil it together. Let me show you. Let me unveil your own mad divine genius right here. Look for heaven even in hiding. It will not withhold itself from you for long. Beloved, It wants to be known by you. This oracle brings you a special message. The enlightener is calling you to more, to more, to more. More divinity, more love, more acceptance, more embrace of life itself. There is no limit in what is being offered to you from the divine lover calling to you, the beloved. Rejoice and know that the dance of love between you and the divine is a removing of veils of illusion one at a time until you behold each other naked and true, finally to discover you are each other. You are love. The sky ablaze this with morning light on silver wings of bird in flight. In gratitude, a tear released, a knowingness embraced at peace. She speaks to those that gaze below, ancestral wings which call my soul to open hearts and soar above. In awe, the winds await this love. Wow, that's quite a reading between what you shared and what I shared.
Mm-hmm.
And Raven said, I strangely lost you there for 2 minutes. So you'll have to go back and take a listen and see if there was something you missed. Casey Nix is what would like to have a card as well. Yes, I'll put you on my list, Casey. Casey says, my mother's name was Sheila. Oh, and she passed away last February. I feel so many of your posts are directly speaking to my current situations, and I appreciate the messages. Well, thank you, love. I've always said it. At least it works for me that way. If I'm drawn somewhere, there's something in it for me. It may not be every single thing that's spoken, but it'll be some of it, and I'll always know. Raven, I hope that was helpful for you, sweetie. And now Charlotte is our next. Charlotte, you still in the mix? Have you left us or are you still with us? I always like to make sure that whomever we're about to read for is still here because sometimes they leave. Raven said it was very thought-provoking, and she thanks you and I both very much. You're quite welcome, dear.
You're welcome.
Again, I always feel like there's something in the readings for me as well as for whomever I'm reading for. So thank you for being present.
Yeah.
Charlotte
It's the same for me. Like I can totally like see myself tapping into that stand in your power notion, turn towards the sun type of energy.
Yeah. So Charlotte is still here. So I'm going to step into your field now, Charlotte.
There's a little tune that's coming through, and it has I've never like it's not a song, I don't think, but it's just like a sounds like a what would those things be called? Not a oh my gosh. It's a music box, but it has like the trumpet looking thing that comes up and it plays the old jazz. You can hear the on it. Like, what are those called? Do you know?
No, I don't think I do know.
Okay, so
But
that's something that
I'm being shown a one-man jazz band. When you said that, I'm being shown in my head the one-man jazz band, like I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I'm seeing that is what they used to listen to music on, a gramophone.
Oh, that's exactly what Charlotte just said. Gramophone.
Gramophone.
Yes, that is exactly.
There's a old tune like trying to come through, and I can hear a woman with like a very classy type of sound coming through, very, very old school, very, very like vintage type of sound to this. And it's talking about memories. And it's a melody. It's like memories. Anyways, it kind of sounds like that. So that's the first thing that's coming through for me. I don't know if that means something to you personally, or if it's coming in as some kind of like metaphor, just for me to break down and bring forward a message from it. But let me know if that means something to you personally.
Well, as you were sharing that, I behind my closed eyes, I kept seeing a lot of red. I
Mm.
don't know why, but almost like a red velvet kind of feel even. And then you talked about when the word gramophone came up, I was showing my grandmother's old Victrola. It looked like it had red velvet in the top. But also, I felt to ask if, because all of a sudden I got something about a puppy or a dog, like I was hearing that or seeing that. So I don't know what that means at all. Charlotte said, I'm helping my father go through old pictures, a lot of memories we've been going through. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay.
So there could be even be like some sort of, because that's coming through, obviously it's coming through for a reason, right? I'm just not going to be shown something for, for nothing. There could be some kind of like energetic that you like. I know people think of the word and say attachment. Oh, it's not like that, but connecting with some sort of energy about a memory could be highly significant, like broaden the observation as you guys are going through these things. I feel like there's something there that will bring song to you, that will bring melody to you, that will, you know, almost like open the heart space for you, unlock something as if a key is there. And the card that came out for you, another one dropped too. I'll grab it in a minute, but it's the Queen of Pentacles. And this one says, there's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. Like that, that when I see that, it really makes me feel like within these memories, things that are resurfacing, things of the past, is there things that you like, wish you could experience? Like maybe you're seeing things, that, oh, that's so sweet. You wish you could have that again, or you wish that, is something that you could actually have in your life. You can have it all. The Queen of Pentacles comes in and says, you can have it all. Like you have the key and you have the doors right there. Walk right through it. You really, truly can have it all. So that's what I got for you.
Well, the fairy deck wanted to come out for you, Charlotte, and the card that came out is card number 36. That's a 9 numerologically, usually the end of a cycle, which is kind of interesting. You're going through pictures with your dad, you're helping your dad. And it's the spirit dancer, self expression, freedom, exploration, which kind of to me speaks to you can have it all in many ways, right? Building off of what Krystle said there. The spirit dancer understands both sides of self expression. In the first stage, we get our inner vision, feelings, and creative impulse out into the world through art, whatever that is. Then our expressions are reflected back to us from the mirror of other people's perceptions. and we discover what our art awakens in them. First, and most important for many of us, we grow and lead more satisfying lives if we have ways of expressing our inner world. Such such expressions can be a way of helping ourselves better understand our feelings and experiences. And I'm being shown what happened just before we started this, where you helped me express what I was moving through, what I have been moving through. I was just flashed that. And so it shows up in a whole bunch of different ways, what this is showing me here. Or they can't, or they can be a way of getting pain out where we can look at it, which is exactly what you're doing for me. And let it begin to heal. Creative expression is a method of exploring our own truth, bringing it into light so we can see it more clearly and maintaining sanity. The key words here are explore, experiment, and express. As this fairy cryptically remarked to one oracle reader, the death of spirit dancer is perfection, which that's very true. Ask a perfectionist. Second, creative expression is a way of sharing and letting others see more of our true selves. It is a way that we can reach out from this illusion of separation and reaffirm our essential connections with one another. When we share a dance, a painting, a poem with others, we do so with the hope that they will see something of what we have put into it and that their experience will echo ours in some way. But if we have done well, we understand that their slant on things is a bit different and that what they reflect back to us by their response will perhaps contain something we haven't seen of our picture of reality. So this side of creative expression, the sharing part, enriches us in a different way than the actual creation. I've never written a poem or sculpted something without the experience changing me, and then changing me again when I shared it with others. This is something I've heard many others say, including many who do not consider themselves real artists or real writers. Spirit Dancer encourages us to take creative action from our place of personal power, the inner core of true feelings and understanding within us. She wants us to clarify our vision, find the creative potential that lies hidden in paradox, confusion, and chaos, and turn these into a free-flowing, finely balanced, evolving order. She wants to aid us in making our best fantasies real. She also is very enthusiastic about helping us to learn to dance well with the fairies if we don't already know how. And if we do know how, she would still be delighted to dance with us just for the fun of it. Step out boldly. Now is the time to focus and really concentrate on a project or process, especially one involving the creative arts. Spontaneity, balanced by self-discipline, will help us achieve our goals. Strive for elegance and simplicity. This is a time to bring out and share qualities that we have nurtured in private. Wow, I love that for you, Charlotte. And there's a lot in that for me as well, especially in terms of what we were just speaking on. And I've decided to release that video, so it will be coming out directly after this, after we go live. Charlotte said, surely missing family and feeling lost. We lost it all when mom passed. It's a struggle. I would invite you to, of course, feel all those feelings all the way through. I know of what you speak because I lost both of my parents. They're both gone now. However, something happened for me about 2 years ago where my mom is concerned, and that is I felt an integration of her energy, meaning it was as though she's here with me now. I don't know if everybody will experience something like that, but I know for me it felt very sacred in that moment, and all I have to do is think of her and she's right here. And it's only our belief that they are gone that keeps it that way. So I'm not telling you not to be sad because that is the way of things. I miss my mother. I never really got to know my father. Just as I was getting to know him, he passed as well. And so I feel that very clearly myself. But I also feel, again, because we are all one and yet singular, the only thing that separated her from me was the vessel she resided in. And now she's not in that vessel. And very clearly, and my great grandmother too, boy, some days I feel them all around me. So if you're not feeling that quite yet, it may just be the grieving process that you're going through. And once that has settled a bit, when my great grandmother passed, I very clearly got the indication. I knew I was grieving for myself, not for her. It was me I was grieving because I didn't have her here anymore. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Astro Gardens has joined us. Andrew, I'm so glad that you were able to find us. Charlotte said, thank you both. Spot on for me. So happy I'm not crazy. No, honey. No, we definitely, there's a lot of that goes around. You feel like you are, but no, you're not. Okay, Lisa Rush. I know you haven't gone anywhere. You're in there, aren't you?
So when you start to read Lisa's, I'm gonna step away for a minute and take a little mini break.
Okay.
Move my body for a minute.
I gotcha. No worries. Go right ahead. Some of you may not remember, but I would just say Lisa is my housemate. And so I'm pretty sure she's in there. She just may be cooking because I could smell something earlier. So she may not be able to tell me she's in there, but I know she's in there. She ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to step into your field now. Wow. The minute I step into Lisa's field, I'm feeling that what I call the whirlwind. It's but see, I also, it's kind of unfair because I know you got a lot going on physically, emotionally, energetically, a lot going on in your field. And this generally, when this happens with me for anybody else, it's in the midst of it, of whatever it is that is taking place. This is just a lot of movement being in the middle of it. It was a little bit disorienting and dizzying at first when I stepped into your field, and yours is very. What is this? This is counterclockwise, is what I'm feeling. So I'm not quite sure. But that's how. That's how the there's something planetarily that moves that way. I'm not quite sure. Andrew, you're here, so tell me astrologically or zodiacally, what am I feeling there? Is that the nodes that go? What is it that goes counterclockwise? There's something and for some reason I'm feeling planetary. And Lisa and I are getting ready to start an astrological course, so maybe we'll learn more about that. Just put a note there, Lisa, for us to look into that a little deeper for you. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting mostly there for you. Now, what deck wants to come out?
When I tuned in, it was like a upside down triangle. Like the light body itself was like an upside down triangle, and it leaped like it was gonna leap, out into the cosmos. Um, I don't know, and it was just it automatically like felt this impression of like even if there's a lot going on out here and even internally, there's still like a soft spot inside. There's still like a very warm, very compassionate, very flowy type of energy that's just swirling right here in the middle, in the center, in the core. And it's just like so, I don't know, it's just so warm and so precious. And it just made me like immediately smile, and I felt it just kind of encapsulating the whole triangle that I was feeling in the shape of right there. And it was like there's a need to jump for joy, even prior to an experience that might have you physically jump for joy. There's a need to get into the motion of jumping for joy. Um, like even if you literally do it or just imagine that or sense that or feel that inside, that soft spot inside of you wants to expand. And soft, I don't mean weak or anything like that. What I mean by that is all that really really nice and delicious type of energy that um, very soft and flowy wants to evolve, wants to expand within you. The Five of Pentacles comes out for you. Nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. So again, even though you have all this, you know, energy distortions going on, there's stuff happening, sure. But nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. Even when all that is going on, there's still a light. There's still a light that's near in the experience that you can peep out, that you can tap into, that you can connect with. So much beauty all around you, and there's still a softness, there's still a light inside of you. And then also judgment came out. It says that all the signs say that you're exactly where you are supposed to be. So that's just a beautiful thing on its own when we realize that we are exactly where we need to be. And I'm about to go walk around and move my body for a moment, so I will return momentarily.
Okay, perfect. Well, wow, I want to share with everybody that while Krystle was talking about that soft gooey, because that's the word that came for me, was gooey. Not in a weak way, but as she said the word triangle for you, Lisa, I was shown that whirlwind in my mind's eye is very triangle shaped in form, almost like a tornado, but the energy is not a tornado. It's just and it's symbolic for me to know that the being is in the midst of this change. And so when she said she was shown the inverted triangle, I was flashed that what I was seeing as far as that energy moving. And the whole time she was speaking on the soft, the word gooey kept coming. And Lisa is, okay, so I would never have been able to see this about my own uh, father had I not met Lisa. There are some beings that are the epitome of unconditional love. They embody unconditional love. And until Lisa came along, I'd never met anyone. It makes me want to cry, even. That's how gooey it is. I feel so blessed and fortunate to have had this woman come into my life because she has been the catalyst for so much for me. And she said to me once that I was a soft place for her to land so that she could take out everything that she needed to look at in a safe place. And it has been reciprocated in ways that I can't even tell you, cannot even share with you how much. And that's so, had I not experienced her embodiment of unconditional love and what that looks like and feels like, I would not have been able to recognize that that is what my estranged father also embodied. I went through most of my life thinking that this man didn't love me because he didn't care to get to know me, until I realized that he loved me enough to allow whatever needed to happen to happen. And that's a really interesting place to find oneself at almost 60 years of age, to realize that you carried around this. And I never hated my dad. I just felt very confused. So I'm so grateful to Lisa for that. And the card that came out, I chose, oh, well, thank you, Lisa. She said she feels the same way. I chose the Alchemy Elementals because it just screamed at me for you. And this is what came out. The card is Land, Tree, Sun. And if you notice, inside there is basically that whirlwind energy in a 2D format. This card is found on page 88 in this book, which is it's a double number. It's the upward facing infinity symbol. It is the going up, pulling the divinity into the vessel. We've talked about that a lot on our channel. And so being this card representing you, and doubly so, I don't know, there's just something very true about that. And unconditional love is something that I feel the trees offer all on this planet. And so to equate you with what I'm seeing here, because that's a tree opening itself and showing its heart to all that are there. It's like, this is what I have for you. And knowing everything that you've been moving through over these last several months, it's just a lot, you know. For those of you that haven't heard me speak on that, Lisa's been in and out of the hospital 7 times since the first of the year. And so there's a lot there. And Krystle said the path itself offers unconditional love if we'll accept it. Well, that's true, doesn't it? Isn't that so? So the Alchemy Elementals deck says of this, you have exhausted yourself again, my love. Your body and your spirit are asking for replenishment. A nap isn't going to cut it this time. The trees are calling you to them, inviting you to lean your weary back against their sturdy trunks and to allow their wisdom and their healing energy into your being. The busyness of the world has distorted your perspective. You are being called to the trees so that you can peer through their branches and their fluttering leaves to gaze upon the golden sunlight shining through. Allow yourself to rest among the trees, allowing the sunlight to warm your face and to remind you of your own divinity. The simplicity of this meeting will revive your spirit and inspire your own branches to reach for the sun once again. Wow. And I'm being flashed a very specific place that I happen to know of here locally. And so once this live is over, Lisa, I'm going to share it with you where this place actually is. Wow. I hope that was helpful for you, my love, because wow. There's, like I said, Lisa, like none I have ever experienced before. And I'm so grateful to have had her come into my life because I've learned so much about myself in her presence. And both she and Krystle have made it so much easier for me. And I honestly feel like that's the whole point of New Light Streaming Love, and the whole point of calling it exactly that. It's new, but it's not new because we knew it all along. If any of that makes sense. Oh, wow. So, oof. Oh, good. Krystle, Lisa said, thank you. And trees, here I come.
Yes.
Okay, so Casey is up next. And I'm going to let you read for Casey while I have to move. And unless I've missed it, I don't see anyone else has asked for a card. We do have 12 folks in the house. So
Well, I got about 15 or 20 more minutes. I got to prep a salad to go.
That's right. You are going somewhere, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going to have a fish fry.
All right. How lovely.
Relatives are doing it.
Well, I'll just stay put. We'll just let Casey be the last for the day. But I want you to go first. And then Andrew just chimed in. So I'll read for Andrew, but we'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Casey still here?
Yes, she is. And I hope your essence felt female, Casey. I know that you could be male, but I did call you she, so I hope I didn't offend.
Okay, so immediately this could be my hunger checking in because I still ain't ate today. I'm saving it all for this good meal we're about to have, but it's not a hunger that I'm feeling. So that's why I'm even bringing it forward. It's almost like a wouldn't really say an anxiety type of feel, but it's a mesh of emotions almost right in the middle of the gut. So So let me know if that's something that you're kind of feeling, or it could just be a signal for me um, about emotions, in particular solar plexus energy as well. I do see a lot of yellow within the core kind of taking place. It's almost like a rotation of something. Maybe you've been chewing on some sort of emotions that keep rotating through the system, picking up streams of like the nervous system, um, kind of moving throughout you. So your emotions are connecting with that emotional body, your nervous system. It could be bringing up things like, anxiety, feelings of despair, feelings of, not unsurety as well.
She did say I do get signals there, and my mouth dropped open because I was feeling a chewing
mm,
when,
like a
right as
gnawing
you
on
were
something.
saying that.
Yeah.
She
So
says I
have
feel
you
a
been
swirl
kind of
there.
like gnawing on something? This could even be a thought that kind of brings you a little feeling inside, like, not really sure of it. There seems to be some sort of unsurety kind of swirling around, maybe about your experience or what you could be potentially embarking on, like some sort of unsurety about, you know, things to come.
Yeah, she says like a spiral. She says
Yeah.
feels a swirl there. So
Hmm.
obviously in the solar plexus, because that's what you were speaking to.
Yeah. There's a very grounded type of energy coming through as well. Maybe this could be a need to get grounded, but I literally feel like in the lower back area, like roots spawning or like growing there. And it seems to be like this sensation that's moving down the legs, like a need to get grounded. Um,
Yeah, she said a lot of unsurety.
okay. Yeah, I don't know, because of that feeling, because of like the nervous system could kind of be in haywire right now, kind of like, because I feel it like moving through all out my body. Like it's creating some things within the body, this feeling of not knowing what's to come or not knowing what to do about a certain situation. It's creating things within the body, dealing with the nervous system itself. So I would say because that energy of the groundedness is coming about, then there is a need to get grounded. You've got this, like whatever it is, and whatever you have this sense of unsurety about that's creating maybe the anxiety, the unease within the body. Get grounded in your personal power. Get grounded in the knowing that you're going to know exactly what to do at exactly the right time. You don't have to dwell on what you can't fix at this moment. You don't have to dwell on the steps. You're going to know what to do when the time comes. So the unsurety, you can get swept away in it. You have the Nine of Swords coming out as well. This says we all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Um, and this card kind of depicts to me someone that kind of sits in that energy, sleepless nights. It constantly rotates through the mind. And again, it's surging through the nervous system. So the more that you can calm down the nervous system, the more that you can get grounded and rooted in your truth and what you can actually do with this, the better off your body itself is going to be. And the mind clarity and the knowing and the unsurety is just going to dissolve.
Yeah, she said rumination.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel it is like this constant rotation, you know. And sometimes it's so easy to say, okay, well, I'm going to set this aside for now, and I'm just going to focus on this thing right here. Um, it's so easy to say that, but when it gets down to actually doing that, for you, it's really about getting rooted and going into that nervous system. Like, even if you took some time, let me click this off real quick. Even if you took some time to do a little meditation or whatever and really sink into your body and feel that nervous system, I feel like it's going to lead you back into that solar plexus, back into that space where you can feel the intensity of your truth and of your power. For me, the solar plexus has always been like my powerhouse. Feeling that connection with the frequency of the yellow energy, it brings this confidence like nothing else. So if you can take just a couple of moments to do that, I feel like this is going to kind of calm everything down for you. And that's really a first step forward. Every step means something. And if you can work your body and your emotions out of this, then all the rumination, all the cycling through the worries, doubts, fears, and all that stuff, it's going to repair the nervous system. And that's going to propel you forward and open up a lot, a better energy for you to align to.
Well, it's kind of interesting because two cards came out from my dealing for, and Casey said that makes sense, Krystle. The first one that came out was Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. And you can see that this card isn't exactly focused. You talked about unsurety, right? And so I happened to notice that while you can make out what it is, it's not really crystal clear there, right? But it does say preparations come to fruition, a surprise, a result beyond expectation. The netcaster arrives to tell you to stop praying for the fish. They have arrived, and it's time that you cast your net, lest they swim away. Everything that you long for is within reach, but it has been so long since your prayers were answered that you have forgotten how to receive what is being offered to you. Put down the prayer beads and open your arms and your heart to rewards beyond measure. Cast your net. Take the next step that you have been planning for so long. Remember that the fish wait for no one, so time is of the essence. Heaven and earth are in perfect alignment for your victory. The stars are positioned for success. The only one who can spoil the perfection of the moment is you. If you ask, do I really deserve this? You will sabotage the magic and shatter the crystalline flawlessness of the now. The netcaster can also arrive to bring you bad news, to tell you that you have been snared in someone's trap and must wriggle free. Right now, it feels comfortable enough, even as the net begins to tighten around you. Do not wait until it is suffocating before you realize you must escape and run for your life. It is still early enough to exit gracefully. Bide your time until all the conditions are right. Go to your place of stillness, of deep quiet, and watch for the signs that a new opportunity has arrived. Right now, you are patient because you feel that things will go your way. Learn to be patient with people and situations that are more challenging. But Krystle spoke to confidence as well, which was the very next card that came out. I thought, wow, Magician's Sword. Confidence is your magic. Nothing can stop you, the beauty you seek. When the magician's sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the magician's sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all your heart. The sword is a tool, not a weapon. So make sure you wield it wisely and for the greater good. Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, Let the blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles. But don't look to the heavens to grant you a wish. Look within. Use the magician's sword to cut through limiting beliefs and remember that all beliefs are limiting, and focus your intention in order to create what you wish. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You need only muster the wherewithal to deploy the sources you have. When the magician's sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Do not hesitate, act. Wow. I hope that was helpful for you, Casey. I feel like that those cards went beautifully with your cards and what you had to say, Krystle.
Yeah.
Well, I will say goodbye to you now, but I want everybody to realize too that a lot of my whole purpose in today was to help Krystle, and I want to say I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Andrew, I am going to read for you, so don't think I'm not going to, but we're going to let Krystle go. And at the top of the page, I did pin a way that should you feel to thank Krystle and assist her, there are many ways to do that, either for a tip for today or going to the website as we showed earlier to see what all Krystle has available there that you can purchase a gift for yourself or someone else and assist her as you know. So 3 times of 9 weeks at a stretch without being able to go to your job is a long, long time. I'm just so grateful that so far you've been able to handle everything. But as a single mom, that's tough. So any little and every little bit helps. And all of my readings right now are dedicated to Krystle on a love offering exchange. And so, thank you for coming and doing this with me, sweetie heart. For you, I really have missed doing this.
I know. I'll have to do it again
Yes, very soon.
soon. Not months from now, but soon.
Yes, very soon. And we'll have to get together and do one of those deals where we do figure out a better way to display your items and do like a sale, a live sale. Maybe we'll even figure out how to do that on Facebook or something. I don't know. Because you have all those beautiful little items there, uh, you know. So,
Right.
well, have fun at your fish fry.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna eat good.
Yeah, you are.
There's just one more message. I think this might be for both, maybe Andrew and Casey. Um, talking about the mind being a kingdom within itself. And it's almost like it's kind of like a king of swords type of energy. Honestly, that's the imagery that's being portrayed to me. It's like a kingdom. You got to rule it well. And it's almost like this is what I'm going to do type of energy. So, um, I don't know. I just had to say that, or it'd be like swirling through my mind the rest of the day. So, I don't know what that means for whom, but for if it's just all of us. But the mind is a kingdom. Rule it well.
Well, more than likely, it's for all of us. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
getting from what you're saying there. It's for all of us because I know especially like I said, when anybody takes a look at that video that I'm gonna release after this live, you'll see that I've been having my mind been ruling me rather than me ruling it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And you're gonna have to tell me about your experience if you test my theory out and do
Oh,
that.
I intend to. Like I
Yeah.
said, I am going to be recording my BQH script in my own voice, and yes, that's coming up today. I'm going to be doing that. Lisa said, "Have a wonderful fish fry."
Sure.
Andrew said, "Understanding right now what it's like being down and out physically, sending light your way."
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Oh, and Raven
Yeah.
said, "Good to meet you."
Oh, good to meet you too. I hope to see you again in here.
Yeah. And Casey said it was
Um,
not, it was a lot of confirmation, and she thanks us both.
so cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to tap out
Mwah.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, sweetie heart. Have a good
Okay.
one.
Bye.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to step into your field now, and then I'm going to beat feet because I really got to tinkle now. I was looking up here. I've been in this chair for more than 3 hours now, and I got to pee. I got to pee so bad it ain't even funny. Okay, so the shaman oracle wants to come out for you too. So let me step into your field, Andrew. And I felt to draw a real deep breath as I was stepping into your field. So I feel called to say that I know I haven't been focusing on my own inner with the breath because I've had a hard time of late. And so the very fact that the moment I went to step into your field, I took a very deep breath. I just want to share that with you. It could be just mine, but I have a feeling that it's yours as well. Focusing on the breath is another way of stilling that mind. And I am doing it's not a very pronounced rocking. It's more of a short, very short, quick rock back and forth, which could mean, oh, okay, wait a minute. The very minute I said that, I got this cartoon like feeling of like a slingshot or a rubber band being pulled back and let go. And then this right here is what happens afterwards. So I don't know at all what that means or what it is alluding to. Perhaps after saying that, it will mean something specific to you, but like there's some kind of reverberations after being pulled back for quite some time, like a good far distance or something like that. I'm not, again, not real clear what that's alluding to specifically. But it's very wing, kind of like that. Okay. Song for this afternoon is Dirty Creature by the Split Ends. Okay, I'll have to go and take a look at that, see what we got there. Andrew. Andrew is much like me. I get messages from my larger self through music often. Okay, so we have Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. Card number 19. That is a 1 numerologically. Okay, where's the book? Here it is. It's another one of those not completely in focus cards, right? Because it's movement, falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Falling unconscious. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a falling angel is to spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. And that's kind of interesting to me. In many ways, I feel this as a referred energy for you, Andrew. I haven't had anything like that in quite some time. And what I mean by that, I have this feeling that it's something or someone around you, that you are witnessing this in someone, which is why it feels referred. I mean, it could very well be you, but it feels sort of referred. So it's either you and you're not aware of it, or in some odd way, that's what's causing me to feel it's referred. But I feel it as though it's happening to someone around you, someone whose field you are immersed in quite a bit, and therefore I'm picking it up through you. You are either thinking about it quite a bit, concerned about this being quite a bit, or something of that nature. Yes, that's what I mean by referred, that it's either a loved one or someone you care deeply for, someone you know that this energy would apply to. And you are not just watching it, but on some level of you trying to determine a way to either assist or help or stop it. I can see that in people around me, definitely. That's what I mean by referred. It's an energy you're immersed in, but it's not yours, is what and that's what I mean when I say referred. That hasn't happened to me in some time, but I do sometimes when it's a very strong energy that you are immersed in, that it's sort of rubbing off on you, so to speak, if that makes any sense. Or either that, or you're taking it on as if it's yours to try to help fix, if that makes any sense. Part of it, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. There's something similar I see going on in another situation that I am privy to. And this is something that I've come across this in the past myself, where I can see something is going on with someone and I sure want to help them with it. I don't want them to have to go through something, and it feels like they are being led astray by something else, right? And I think because I can see it, maybe there's some way I can help. Well, first of all, that's not the case. Not ever has it ever been the case where I've been able to help. If a being is meant to experience something because of their actions or the actions of others that in somehow, in some way, I'm not privy to everything. The universe has this big, huge plan, and I have no way of knowing what this action could lead to for everybody else. There's all these things that have to take place with all these beings so that these things over here take place and those things over there take place. And I have no way of knowing what the ultimate outcome is meant to be. And it's not my job to try to fix anything for anybody. It's not my job. I can't do it. All I could do is cause myself a whole bunch of grief, and grief for them as well, possibly. And quite frankly, the only way for some folks to develop discernment is to go through some very tough stuff. And if I step in and alleviate something, and they don't get to get the discernment that they were meant to or whatever out of a situation, then I am doing a huge disservice all the way around for everybody. I act like I know better than the universe does. Andrew said, I'm tied into people's lives now and having to take on a lot of their stuff. Well, that's more than likely what I'm feeling here. And, knowing at least a little bit of your situation as far as what it is you do, that's a really tough boat to be in, to know what is yours and what isn't yours to do. I would not envy that position whatsoever. Because there are things that I clearly see in my own life. Had they been in any way, shape, or form different, I wouldn't be the person I am now. And even though there's a lot of things that I don't like about my life right now, right in this moment of now, overall, I adore my life. And I wouldn't be the person I am had any one of those things been different. And it would have changed my discernment. And it is up to each to cultivate their own discernment. And the only way to do that is to move through things. It's hard given that I am having my own physical issues. Well, and I would imagine that's the case. As someone who has their own physical issues as well, I can tell you again, this reverts back to the video that was recorded just prior to this live that I will be releasing as soon as I get out of here, where I am very clear that I have caused whatever's going on issue-wise in my body is manifesting itself from things that I have tried so hard to control or whatever, understand, whatever it is, it's manifesting. That's what dis-ease actually is, a manifestation through the vessel. At least for me, that's the way I see it. So I don't know if that was helpful, but I'm here for you, Andrew. Anytime, just reach out. We can have a Zoom anytime you're ready. that actually applies to any of you. I don't, like I said, if it hadn't been for these beings in my life that gave their time and love and ear freely and was a safe space for me, I wouldn't be where I am. So if you want to speak with me, ConsciousConversationCentral@gmail.com. If any of you have, I would love that, Andrew. We do need to catch up. If any of you felt that any of this was helpful and you wish to assist Krystle, as I said, at the top, there is a PayPal link there where you can give her a little bit of a tip. Any little bit helps, you know. She was able to save up a little bit before she had to go out for surgery, but she really did not think that she was going to have to be out for as long as they are now keeping her out, because her place of work will not allow her to come back if there are any limitations. And she does have some limitations. The surgeon will not release her fully as of yet. And she can't drive even. There's a, you know, issue with turning her head in certain ways. So any little bit that you can assist would be helpful. And I want to say that I appreciate you all so much. Do keep a lookout for more conscious conversations to come. And who knows, maybe we can get the accidental astrologer back in the house, hopefully very soon. That is who Andrew is, the accidental astrologer. And also, there are some things in the works that, and I did do a short video about my book club, the secondary book club that I'm starting for the Celestian Prophecies series. And I had originally said in that video that I was doing a cutoff on the 8th of August. Well, I have not. If you're still interested in joining us for this book club, let me explain what it is. We're going to meet for 2 hours once a week in Zoom. There's no charge for this. We read the book out loud together. We take turns reading it, and we stop and discuss it. If anybody feels, well, this came in for me, or I have a question, or what does that mean, or anything, doesn't matter what it is, we stop and discuss it right then and there. And it is so enjoyable. We've done this. We have another, Lisa actually started this several years ago, and we've read several books together now in that group. And it's so enjoyable. And we just started another long book in that group. And I really wanted to do this one. And there's no reason we can't do them both. So if you feel to participate in that, send an email to ConsciousConversationCentral@gmail.com. In the subject line, put book club. And just so you know, I'm in the Eastern time zone. And right now it looks like we're going to be meeting on Mondays from 1 to 3 p.m. And I'm not opposed to doing another one if I have enough takers. That is another day of the week, and maybe in the evening or a day on the weekend. And so if that time doesn't work out for you and you would prefer an evening, just, you know, say what it is that would work for you. I'm open to all of that. I have enjoyed this other book club so much. Reading, doing any of this in company of folks, it makes it that much more enjoyable to me. So that's it. That's all I have to say. For those of you that have been following along with Jason Gray's readings, do know that at some point soon, Jason has assured me that we will be doing another conscious conversation, and it will be live just like the last one was. The trouble is, Jason doesn't think he can give me more than 15 minutes notice. So you might want to make sure that you are subscribed both here at New Light Streaming Love and also over on Sassy Seer Sheila. And let me just tell you this right now. Unfortunately, when you search for Sassy Seer Sheila, it doesn't come up. But if you type it as youtube.com/Sassy Seer Sheila, and that's SHEILA, it will come up right away. But if you don't spell it out, they hide me from you. I don't know why that is, but they do. And so until we meet again, my friends, I love you all and thank you so much. Be well.